In this video, we'll give a simple overview of SVG. First of all, taking a look at the canvas. The default canvas size for an SVG is 300 pixels by 150 pixels. This can be changed by setting the viewbox attribute as shown in green. So in this example, we have set the size as 100 pixels by 100 pixels. And this is what it would look like between the SVG tags. So SVG points or coordinates determine the position and size of shapes. SVG is like drawing on a grid, and each XY value, or corresponding coordinates, represents a point in the grid where the shape will appear. And keep in mind that if you use coordinates outside the viewbox, they won't appear unless you add a scroll. So here we have a polyline, which is a line with more than 2 points. So in the polyline, the first XY value is the start of the line. The last XY value is where the line will end, and all points in between represent corner points. So in this example, we go over 30 pixels and down 50 for our starting point, then over 50 and down 80 for our next point, and then over 80 and down 10 to complete the shape. For the polygon, the last XY value is automatically joined to the first XY values to close the shape. And so these points draw us an arrow. And for the circle, the CX value is the X value where the center will be positioned, and CY value is the Y value of the center point. Then R is for the radius length. So you can see the CX, we go over 30, and then for the CY, we come down 50, and then the radius is 20 pixels. So here are some different shapes. So we have the line, the polyline, the circle, ellipse, rectangle, polygon, and then paths. Some attributes include fill, stroke, stroke line cap, and the stroke width. There are many, many more. Okay, so now you have a go. You can draw multiple different shapes on the same canvas. Here, this hamburger menu has 3 lines with a thick black stroke and rounded line caps. This close button consists of 2 lines, and this arrow is a polygon with 3 points. And each of these can be animated according to their points and/or other attributes. Path point types. So D is for the definitions of the path. M is to move, which is the starting point, and Z closes the path. We have straight lines, L from one point to another point, V, it's a vertical line, and H is horizontal. There are many different types of curves that you can use, including cubic, smooth, quadratic, and adding arcs. I'll leave a link in the description for the MDN docs for more information. Okay, animating paths. As seen, we have many different types of path points, and when animating an SVG path, the number and type of points must be the same in each path. So to animate this shape using 2 different paths, the top curves in both paths would need to be cubic curves and not smooth curves. So this is an example of the above animation in full, and I'll leave a link in the description to this code. Okay, while you don't really need an editor, it is much easier to create or edit paths using one. You have quite a few options for SVG editors, including free or paid, and downloadable apps or online editors. Inkscape is free, Illustrator is paid, SVG Gator is an online tool. So if you are interested in SVG animations, test out a few different options and see which one works best for your needs. And if you have some SVG learning resources, please share them in the comments, and enjoy animating with SVG.